Good evening, Parksiders. I'm Brian.
And I'm TJ.
And we are at Disney's Hollywood Studios this evening.
Mm-hmm.
We are headed to Hollywood and Dine.
I've actually never been before.
It's been a long time for me. This is a character buffet dining experience. So it's Minnie and Friends. And the unique thing about this is that it's seasonal. So
yeah, I have seen that they've changed their costumes out.
Yeah, the costumes change. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 times a year, but I know they do it for spring, summer, and then they do it for Halloween time, and then they do it for the winter holidays. This is one of the most affordable character dining experiences, specifically for breakfast. It's $49 per person for breakfast. We're here for dinner. Lunch and dinner is $63 per person. So it doesn't seem as affordable for lunch, dinner, but for breakfast,
oh yeah,
it is one of the most affordable character dining experiences that you can do for breakfast. We have a 7:15 p.m. reservation on a Thursday, and so we're going to check in now and wait to be seated.
All right, let's go.
We're at the buffet now. I'm going to try to be as thorough as possible. We have focaccia on the right and Spitzweck rolls next to them. We have a salad bar. It looks like it needs to be refreshed a little bit here, but a full salad bar. We have some additional specialty salads, like a cucumber salad. That looks more like a watermelon salad. The sign for the watermelon salad is not there. There is peel and eat shrimp. Presentation, though, looks a little bit sad on that. And then here we have a hot bar. We have whipped sour cream and chive potatoes, a sweet chili aioli salmon. Chef's selection. This looks like a crab cake maybe right here. And then we have tandoori spiced chicken. I smelled the tandoori chicken as we walked into the restaurant. It's pretty overpowering as you come in. Not necessarily in a bad way, but you definitely smelled that tandoori chicken as you entered Hollywood and Vine tonight. Then we have the caramelized Brussels sprouts. Moving along looks like some kind of, farro risotto, roasted mushroom farro risotto. We have tofu, roasted potatoes and olive oil, and sauteed green beans. Actually, it keeps on going here. There is shepherd's pie, and the funny thing is that the cast member is kind of behind me cleaning stuff up. So they're cleaning up as I'm passing the mess. There's fried rice, cheesy cauliflower. That actually looks really good, the cheesy cauliflower. Macaroni and cheese with shrimp and bacon. And it says that's meatballs there. I'm not sure about that. We have a carving station with flank steak and chimichurri sauce. It's not quite a mirror of both sides, because this side, the carving station, is a little bit different with smoked ham, and they have a German mustard to go along with it. We have the dessert station here, and actually I should mention this. They do have a soft serve machine that is help yourself, chocolate and vanilla. They have chess pie. This is a blueberry streusel bar. That sounds good. Pineapple tart. They have chocolate chip cookies, of course. A strawberry tres leches. I'm going to have to try that. It looks like people like it. Chocolate lovers cupcake. And then we have apple cobbler here, followed by seasonal bread pudding, which they just put out. And I love a bread pudding.
I got one more.
I'm going to do a wide shot here. So we didn't go down this way, but it's the same as the other side that we just went down. Actually, there's not too many people at the buffet right now. there was more people on the other side. There is a kid station that I missed because there was a bunch of kids helping themselves, that's what this is for, because it's low to the ground. But they have some kid stuff, some mac and cheese, tater tots, mini corn dogs, and chicken tendies. But I just wanted to give you kind of a overview. It's a pretty substantial buffet, I would say. I think some of the presentation is missing for me, like the peel and eat shrimp, just the way it's presented, it's not very nice. Kind of just like in a small little metal bowl. And I think it's hard for them to keep this tidy. I would like this buffet to be a little tidier. I feel generally like at Disney buffets, it is tidier. Like 1900 Park Fair, I've been there many times in the past, and it just is always tidy. Maybe it just, the decor in there lends itself where people are going to be more tidy. I don't know. So I'm a little disappointed in some of the presentation, but hopefully the food tastes good. The dining room is split into two sides, so we're over here on this side where we're looking to. You can't really see TJ right now. And then as I flip around, there's another side here, and I see Pluto and Goofy, and the characters are moving around. We saw Mickey real quick, and then Minnie is wandering around because this is her dining room, basically. She is the hostess. Hey, Goofy. How are you? Good to see you. You ready for summer? Awesome. Can we get a picture? I just finished my first plate, and my favorite thing on here was the cucumber salad. It has croutons in there, but it has like quite a bit of vinaigrette in there. I was surprised that the croutons still had like a little bit of crunch, but still like soaked up that vinaigrette. It was really good. The second thing I think was my favorite, second place, was the beet salad. I used to not like beets growing up, but they have grown on me. I like beets now, and so I like the beet salad. Everything was pretty good. Probably my least favorite was the potato salad. It was fine. What? You didn't like the potato salad?
Yeah.
I didn't. TJ's giving a face to the potato salad. I think for me, the potatoes just aren't the right texture. Like, they're a little bit undercooked. They could have been cooked like 2 more minutes, maybe a little bit less even, and they would have been better. But overall, flavors are pretty good. I don't know what I'm looking forward to most with like the entree portion. But do you do this? Like, I always do salad first. TJ doesn't do what I do. He just goes right in for the entree food and the heavy stuff. I like to start with the salads, and I don't do the salad buffet. I do the prepared like specialty salads because I want to try those things. I can make my salad any day of the week. Also, I will say that I asked for ginger ale, and this is not ginger ale. I don't know if it's Sprite with a little bit of Coke in it to try to make it ginger ale, but I'm going to ask to switch to maybe Sprite or Coke. I really don't need to drink soda, but whatever. Maybe I'll just switch to water. Anyway, so far so good, and we saw Pluto and we saw Goofy first, and so far, you know, I think they take their time with you. We kind of rushed Pluto. I think Pluto wanted to take a picture with me after we got the shot with TJ, but you know, we want to keep it moving because. Would we normally be here? I don't know. Would we normally come to character dining if there wasn't a discount and we were doing content? I don't know. We're here to show you guys what it's all about. Thank you.
All right, so before I talk about my first plate, let's talk about some of the theming that's in here. So I guess the theming for this season is Minnie's summertime dive. So everyone has swimsuits and like summer attire. So far we've seen Pluto, he has his summer collar on, which is really cute. So for my first plate, it was kind of a mix. Like Brian mentioned, I got all the heavy stuff first. So it was like mashed potatoes, greens. I went over to the kids section and got some of the chicken nuggets, which actually surprisingly were really good. So that was my second favorite. My first favorite was surprisingly the Mexican street corn. It was pulled apart, and the cream sauce that it was like underneath it that I mixed in with it was really good, and it was stand out. It wasn't too spicy, so that was very good. My initial thought before coming in, because I'd never been here, I thought that the menu selection would be a lot bigger. There's a good amount of things like Brian showcased, but for some reason I thought the line of food was a lot longer. And so it's the same, I'm sure he's mentioned this, but it's the same on both sides. And I went through mine and it was kind of short. But with each section of it, there were like good amounts of like plates of things to pick from. And so I'll probably go back and switch, probably get a little bit of what Brian got. And yeah, I'm excited for the dessert to showcase that. They're doing a song right now. I totally missed the memo, but let's go get some more.
They did do a dance party here with the characters, and it was probably the weakest dance party in a character dining that I've ever seen. They didn't even really go around the restaurant. They just kind of clapped in place wherever they were, and there wasn't a lot of effort. The music didn't get very loud, and it's the end of the day, so maybe the characters are ready to get out of here. For my second plate, I got more savory. I think the standout for me was the crispy tofu. There's kind of like an Asian thing going on here at this buffet. The salmon has kind of like it's not spicy, but it's almost like a spicy mayo that's not spicy on top of it, and it was kind of giving me Asian flair, Asian vibes. And then the crispy tofu, there's a little girl just fell. I hope she's okay. And there's a fried rice. There's some other, I see Mickey and Minnie. And there's some other Asian inspired dishes on the buffet. So it's leaning Asian, and then it has that kind of the tandoori chicken. Also, the tandoori chicken is very dry. It's a dry chicken. So unfortunately, I can't recommend that one. And the mac and cheese with shrimp and bacon, I didn't really have any shrimp in there, but that was decent. It was more carb loaded than having much cheese in it. It tasted like whatever bechamel sauce they used to create it. There wasn't much cheese in the bechamel sauce. It was kind of just like a cream sauce, not much cheese in it. I'm still... TJ even tried the tofu, and he has tofu on his plate. By the way, he has his second plate. And he hasn't gotten much variety. He got some chicken nuggets, but he did get more of the crispy... He did get more of the crispy tofu, which is really good. So if TJ's gotten it himself and put it on his own plate tofu, you know that tofu is good. My third plate is done. I did get more of the tofu. It's so good. I really like the tofu, if you can't tell. And I'm surprised by that. That's so random to out of all the things on the buffet to the tofu. The ham is okay. It's a little dry. The flank steak is decent. I think it's a little overcooked for me. And he did slice it from a fresh set of flank steak. And I tried the shepherd's pie. It's okay. I think if I would get anything again, it would probably be the flank steak on this plate. And of course, the crispy tofu. But the flank steak was decent. It was just a little overcooked for me. I prefer medium rare. This is kind of verging on the brink of well done.
All right, so I didn't get much of a second plate. Like Brian mentioned, mine was kind of a repeat of the first, but I did get the tofu, and the tofu was actually really crunchy. It was very good. That I would get again after that. But then I got a small plate of the desserts. So I did the tres leches and the seasonal bread pudding, which is like a berry pudding. The tres leches was so good. I love that it was so cold. Even when I brought it to the table, it was nice and the bread was wet, which it's supposed to be. So that was very good. And then the bread pudding was the complete opposite. It was nice and hot, still warm when I brought it to the table. And the berries, it had really cranberries and then like apples or some other berry on top, and it was so good. So mixing both of those was very good. They had other ones as well. They had like the simple like cookies and ice cream and things like that, but I wanted the two that would stand out, and so those two stood out for me. Hey Mickey, how are you? Yeah, the food was very good. Are you gonna do a big plate? You're full? Gotcha.
Can we get a picture with you?
Hi, Minnie.
For dessert, I got the strawberry tres leches cake, the bread pudding, and then I tried the little pineapple. It was like a pineapple mousse. The pineapple mousse was pretty good. My favorite thing was the bread pudding. It wasn't the best bread pudding I've ever had, but it was my favorite thing on the plate. And then the soft serve wasn't very flavorful. Not the best soft serve I've had. Is it possible to mess up the mix for the soft serve? It's just not. It wasn't super flavorful. It didn't taste like it tastes on a cruise ship. That's what I have to say about that. So the dessert was okay for me. I didn't have every single thing on the counter or on the buffet for the dessert, but it was okay. All right, we're gonna go outside and give you our final thoughts on Hollywood and Vine. Final thoughts. I'll let you, TJ, go first.
My final thoughts. It's cute. It's definitely for families, for kids. The food, it was, I don't know if I want to use the word eclectic. Like,
It was a little eclectic.
Okay.
It was kind of the food was all over the place, which I guess is fine.
For multiple palates.
I would say the value is not there for $63 for full price. So after tip and everything, it was like $105. So we tipped $25 on the $80 bill. That was $80 including the discount. So, and then you want to tip what it would normally be without the discount. That's the proper thing to do. So I don't think $63 for that buffet in terms of the food is worth it. I think the thing with character buffets is if you want to get characters out of the way and characters that are important to you, if they're gonna be at that dinner that you would be waiting in line for elsewhere, then potentially it's worth it.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of the buffets on property that right now, at least, the way it stands now, that the $63 for dinner isn't worth it. The quality of the food is not there, except for the crispy tofu.
Yes.
The crispy tofu should be a snack.
That was the odd standout.
Yeah, they should do that as a snack somewhere in one of the parks.
I'd buy it. Probably Animal Kingdom somewhere.
Yeah, it was delicious, the crispy tofu.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were on a night where it was. I mean, who would talk about that? But I've never heard anyone talk about the crispy tofu at Hollywood and Vine. But we are telling you.
Yeah.
But is it $63 good? No. I would maybe say it's better to come here for breakfast.
Yeah.
You're not looking at the price tag. We don't know what breakfast looks like, but I'm sure it's similar to any of the other breakfasts. Now, what I will say too, Mickey's or Chef Mickey's over the Contemporary, that is not $49 for breakfast. That is more. It's like more like $60-something. So come to Hollywood and Vine over Chef Mickey's because Chef Mickey's is overpriced. So anyway, just ramblings about character dining. It's not our thing, but I hadn't been here. TJ hadn't been here at all,
first time.
and I hadn't been here in a while, and I just wanted to check back in. I remember back in the day, I've been here once or twice for lunch, and the lunch buffet was good. they like had a sandwich station and everything. Like, it was nice. If I'm remembering properly. But anyway, I would say skip this one unless you need to see the characters.
Yeah. Or you can do breakfast.
Yes. All right, guys, that's it for now. So if you have any questions about Hollywood and Vine,
Yeah, go ahead and leave those in the comments.
make sure to like and subscribe. We do Disney content, food content, cruise content. We're only halfway through the year. We've been pretty busy so far. We have a busy rest of the year. So make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that bell of notification so you're reminded when we post videos. We're gonna start posting on Sundays.
Yes.
Not sure exactly what time on Sunday, but we are gonna go into a Sunday schedule for our posting, a weekly post on Sundays. We will, go ahead.
I was going to say thank you to our Patreon members.
Yes, thank you.
More info on that in the description as well.
Yes. And isn't it pretty behind us?
Yes. And Gertie's over there.
It's actually a nice evening for being in June.
Yeah.
There's a slight breeze.
I think it's because it rained earlier.
Yeah, it rained in the afternoon. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.